Welcome back to Twin Football. Thank you very much for joining us. Today is all about Chelsea LAFC in the FIFA Club World Cup, the first ever competitive fixture between an MLS side and a team from the Premier League. I am happy that it was Chelsea. I am more happy that it was against LAFC. I'm a little saddened that the scoreline wasn't 7, 8, 9, or 10 like we saw Bayern take on Auckland FC. But to all the credit, we got to give that defensive line of LAFC. They knew what they're getting into with this match. They set up shop in a nice, good block. They moved left to right very well. They were able to try and get out on the counterattack, force Chelsea into some uncomfortable positions, especially late. But today's video is really all about how Chelsea came out in this one. Enzo Maresca putting a very strong 11 out there, an 11 that you wouldn't have been surprised to see going into the final run-in of the Premier League season or against Real Betis in the Conference League final. A strong back four. Lavia and Caicedo getting the double pivot there. Maybe Enzo Fernandez getting a little bit of a rest after some long travel, being on international duty with Argentina. Neto, Palmer, Madueke, and Jackson, the starting four in attack. Not much surprise there in terms of putting out a strong 11 and a front four that have worked together through the entire season. And Sanchez gets the confidence from Enzo Maresca in goal here after Chelsea failed to bring in a new number one in the beginning, or that 10-day window transfer period leading up to this tournament. Now, the first 75 minutes of this match, Chelsea only able to get one goal. LAFC playing pretty well defensively, like we mentioned, but the energy was there. It was picking up. I don't think Chelsea was ever really concerned that much by LAFC going the other direction. Obviously, the counterattacks where LAFC wanted to try and get their goal. Nothing really came of it. Sanchez, very little to do overall. I was kind of hoping for a tweak of this formation. I have still wanted to see Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo play together. I was kind of hoping for it at the last 25 minutes when Enzo Fernandez was going to come on. But Enzo Maresca still trying to give Lavia a slow work into a full 90 minutes. He hasn't played a full 90 minutes yet. And so, due to his injury concerns, but I would love to see a Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo take that 10 role and Cole Palmer push out to that right-hand side. And the reason for it is, even if you watch this game, Cole Palmer was really picking the ball up here, right kind of past the midway line here in a lot of space. But the idea was for him and Neto to really be 2-1 against Hogan's Head and really put him in an uncomfortable position. Cole Palmer picked the ball up, but really once he drifted to this right-hand side and picked the ball up, there really wasn't that much through the middle for him to kind of play into. You had Nico Jackson, who was good on the ball today, but Lavia and Caicedo there aren't going to run forward, make late runs into the box, make runs that will take the center mid or a center back out of position with a late run. Like Enzo Fernandez has been doing over the last couple of months. We've seen some great crucial goals from him, and even from Cucurella making those late runs. Him and Cucurella both have been great at that. We saw Cucurella do it against Manchester United. Enzo Fernandez has done it with a couple of goals. He did it again in this one once he came on. He came on with the lap, so we didn't get to see Enzo and Jackson. Overall, I think Jackson had a good game, a sublime pass for that first goal to Pedro Neto. Obviously, Neto had a lot to do afterwards, but credit to Jackson for that great pass. I think Neto was blowing him a kiss as well. And Delap making those late channel runs, Cole Palmer able to find him, and the great pass from him to the center to hit Enzo Fernandez for that second goal, and Chelsea ended up cruising a little comfortably. Chelsea will take on Flamenco on Friday, and I'm hoping to see a little bit more changes for that one. We'll take on Jorginho's Flamenco as well. And Gusto coming in, we'll see if he gets the start against Flamenco. He hasn't played well. He had a very poor first half against Betis, got pulled, rightfully so, for Reece James. Came into this one, misjudged the flight of a ball late, could have let LAFC get on the board there, which could have made this game more interesting at the end. Tyreek George came in and was positive. We talked about the lap and Fernandez. Isugo, coming in for Caicedo, nothing much really to do there. And then Kunku, kind of surprised to see him get a substitution appearance. All the rumors are that he will be leaving Chelsea Football Club this summer. We'll have to wait and see. But a great start to the Club World Cup for Chelsea, top of Group D after match game 1. We will see who can advance to the round of 16 after match week 2 as Chelsea take on Flamenco on Friday. And remember, enjoy the football.